Hey, Ester Fuchs, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, so good. And you're another one who knows everything about politics in the city.
Not
Both.
as much as Marcia
Isn't she
Kramer, I
great?
think.
Isn't
Oh,
she
the
great?
best.
Well, I know you're.
Hands down, the best.
Marcia, she's saying hands down the best. You, Marcia Kramer. Big smile you got from her. I know your experience with Mayor Dinkins, Mayor Bloomberg, and just so many other things from your work at Columbia. And I mean, your resume is very long, Esther, and we don't have time to read it right now.
It's fine. Don't read it. Makes me nervous.
Okay, I feel the same way. How is the new governor, Kathy Hochul, how is this changing the landscape of state government?
Look, I am as excited as every other woman in the state, I think, about the prospect of having a female governor now, particularly after what just happened. Now, you know, we can't sort of be sanguine about this. We have to realize that New York State politics, is not going to change overnight. So Kathy Hochul has a tall order in front of her. And I think that she's not only has issue challenges, which are extraordinary, COVID, the economy, opening up the schools, not to mention the mess of the MTA right now, and dealing with the state broadly, not just the city. And she's got political challenges. I think, you know, part of what Marcia said was absolutely to the point. She's got a very narrow window here in which to demonstrate her capability to the rest of the Democratic Party, who will anoint the person who will be running for the full next term to be governor of New York. And there are a lot of people who would like to push her off. So while I think the speech was great, and I think the brevity was even a breath of fresh air, to be perfectly honest. And she hit every note. She hit all the, you know, she knows her Bible. She knows her history. She got Teddy Roosevelt in there. But the metaphor of the season, I think that's what she's counting on. She's counting on this is a season for a woman to lead New York and to demonstrate that we can do it in a different way, that you can consult, that you can have partnerships, and you can be effective. At the end, everybody wants somebody who will be effective. They don't, you know, they want this federal money to get out there. She said she was going to, you know, hire more people to do the work because we've received this extraordinary amount of federal money to prevent evictions, and it's not getting to the renters or to the landlords who need it. And so we know we're not done with COVID. We have an extraordinary health crisis right in front of us that still has to be managed. And the ripple effect on the economy is also not over. So, you know, why do women always have to get their first opportunity during the biggest messes? You know, I always have this feeling, okay, it's time to hand it off to a woman now because it's completely impossible. So I am really kind of confident that Kathy Hochul is the right woman for the right time now. And I think she's going to demonstrate a new way of doing business. She's politically very savvy, which is just as important as being smart on the issues. And so I think New Yorkers have something very positive to look forward to.
And the way you were discussing that, issues and the politics of it, because those two can get so entangled that the voter, the constituent is like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's really important because I teach a course called The Politics of Policy. And a lot of people just think, oh, if I could just come up with a solution, that's all I have to do. It's all over. Well, you know, we all know that it's not all over. To get it implemented, to get the work done, there's a lot of people who don't want to get the work done. And so she has a tall political order. We're a complicated state politically. We've got an assembly and a state senate. So the bicameral legislature makes it harder for a governor. And the governor, frankly, is in a weakened position because of what just happened around the sexual harassment and having the governor who had to step out. So she has to deal with the state legislature in somewhat of a weakened position. And frankly, when you have crises, you need strong executives who can consult, do what you have to do, but then be decisive and get it done. And when you have to spend too much time fluffing people's tutus, as one of my friends like to say, you don't get the work done. So as I said, I think she understands that. And she also understands the nature of the problems in all parts of the state. She understands the city. And while I think she's started out with this lovely relationship with the mayor of New York, I don't expect that to last too long. So, but she'll be polite and she'll smile and she won't make us all crazy the way the previous relationship did. So I think style is going to be a lot here, but the substance of how she handles things moving forward is really going to tell her political career, whether she gets to run again, and whether or not we as New Yorkers get what we deserve, which is a competent government that responds to our needs and gets it done in an effective and efficient way.
Do you think, when you talk about what she's going to do and how, and yes, time is of the essence here, who will she surround herself with? Whom will she surround herself? We could talk about the elected, lieutenant, we could talk about things like that, but how do you see the makeup of her closest advisors and team?
Well, yeah, that's a wonderful question, and she's off to a really good start. For those of us who are, politics geeks and government watchers and also pay attention to actually what people do, Karen Keogh and Elizabeth Fine are two of the most competent women in government now, and she just made them her key cabinet appointees, her counsel, as well as secretary to the governor, which is the highest non-elected position in New York State. So I read that and I was so excited and enthusiastic. I thought, she's just not going for political hacks, which unfortunately that happens more often than we would like to say. The test is loyalty, nothing else. She actually went for competence here. That's a really good sign. And she's interviewing the entire executive staff, and she is not committed to keeping anybody. So she's really going to put her dent on, her imprimatur on this government, even for this short period of time. And I think she knows what to do. That's what's exciting. She is not somebody coming in and has to find her way to the ladies' room, at the mansion and at the State House. She knows where to go. She knows who to talk to. And she also knows that it's the people of the state who elect her. And I was really heartened by this idea that she did this 62-county tour, right? Great. Every single person in the state deserves to know that the governor is paying attention at least to their district and to their county. And I think she really gets that. I'm not Pollyanna about these things.
No, I hear you.
I think she gets it.
You go to somebody's county fair, you know what the lead part of the economy is, the eldest residents in the community, what they're dealing with, the stuff that could be fun, like a hot dog at the fair, but also my farm is going under. Help the farmers.
That's where you hear it. Yeah, you're just so right about what you said. That's where you hear it. One of the things that's frustrated me in the city, as well as the state's response, is really a failure to talk to people on the ground, find out you could do it through a survey even, but face-to-face is great. Find out what those struggles are. Each person represents a constituency that's broader than themselves. You can really learn a lot. And she seems to have that talent of understanding, yes, I need my experts and I have to get the work done, but I need to keep coming back to the people. That is what our democracy is supposed to be about, right?
That's the openness, the working together. Yes, that's what the democracy should be. Esther Fuchs, I wish I could be in one of your classes at Columbia.
Oh, you're so kind. I watch you on the news, so I'm lucky.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure we'll be in touch with you again. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon, Esther. Thanks.